The Odyssey follows Odysseus as he attempts to return home after the Trojan War. His journey turns into a long, dangerous adventure filled with monsters, witches, gods, battles, and one obstacle after another. The basic structure of the movie is essentially Odysseus traveling from place to place while the audience waits to see what creature or supernatural threat he will face next. This is a difficult movie for me to review because there are parts I really liked, but there are also some major problems. Let's begin with the bad. The first people I have questions for are casting director John Papsadera and editor Jennifer Lame. Some of the casting choices completely took me out of the movie. John Leguizamo, for example, uses his very recognizable New York accent, and several of the actors feel like they are simply playing themselves instead of disappearing into this ancient world. It does not always feel like enough effort was made to help the cast feel believable within the setting. I understand that a production this large may also be thinking about awards recognition and meeting Hollywood's inclusion requirements, but the final casting decisions still need to serve the movie and make the world feel authentic. In several scenes, that authenticity was missing for me. The editing is an even bigger problem. You could probably remove at least 30 minutes from this movie, and I do not think much would be lost. The beginning feels like a rushed collection of cuts, images, and moments that do very little to move the story forward. Instead of pulling me into the adventure, it felt like filler and became extremely boring. I even fell asleep for a little bit. Things eventually start moving, but by the time I adjusted to the strange editing and distracting casting, the movie was already approaching its final section. Thankfully, the fourth quarter is where the Odyssey finally becomes the movie I wanted it to be. The tension improves, the story becomes more focused, and the ending is easily the strongest part of the entire experience. The final act was so much better that it almost felt like they filmed it first and then tried to build the rest of the movie around it. It gave me hope after a very uneven and exhausting journey. Overall, the Odyssey has impressive moments, memorable creatures, and a strong ending, but it is held back by questionable casting, distracting performances, messy editing, and a beginning that desperately needed to be shortened. The Odyssey gets a 7.9 out of 10.